Well, Gene, did you like the introduction?
Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
You didn't know that was going to happen, did you?
I had no idea. None whatsoever.
We had a little surprise for you, and it was hard for me to keep that. We've been holding that under ropes for about 2 weeks. I don't think anybody knew we were going to do that. Anyone. We didn't tell anyone who knew we'd get back to you. Was it entertaining?
That was fun. I don't know where you got that picture from, but I like the blue corner.
You can get James and Rob there. So anyways, well, hey man, great to have you on. We're excited to have you on today's Virtual Growth Summit. We got a great day planned. We have some amazing speakers coming up, so sit tight. But I asked you to jump on, and are you in Puerto Rico right now? Are you in your lake house? Are you in Breckenridge? Where are you?
I'm at my lake house about an hour east of Dallas. And I call this lake house the lake house that EXP built.
How'd they build it? Well, like in what way?
Yeah, well, we redid it about 1.5 years ago and added about 1,500 square feet. It's about 4,000 square feet now. And
right there on the water, and you got Susan, the ski boat. She's happy as can be. That's awesome. Dreams come true, baby. Well, I asked you to come on and just share some vision with us, kind of where EXP is today, maybe where we've been, where we are today, and where we're headed. And so I'd love to hear from you kind of what some of your thoughts are about where the love boat is going, EXP.
Well, thanks for asking. You know, it's been, it's fun from the very beginning, Brent, as you know. How do we make real estate fun again? How have we made real estate fun again? You think about this. It's been my goal from the very beginning with Glenn, Jason, everybody. How do you give people, to me, making real estate fun again is giving them financial freedom. As you know, that's what we're doing. If you give somebody financial freedom, guess what's happening, guys? You can do anything you want, right? You asked me, am I in Breckenridge? Wait, am I in Dallas? I'm in Puerto Rico where I live, right? It's amazing what's happened to my life in the last 5 years. I want to give you some perspective. You know, it's really funny. You and I have talked about this, Brent, so many times. Who dominated the 70s? Century 21. Yep. 80s, Remax. 90s, Realogy, right? 2000, KW. 2010, Berkshire Hathaway when they bought Prudential. What's common, guys, with all those five above us? They were franchises.
Yeah, franchises.
They were tops down. The owner was the focus. Here's what's exciting to me, where we're going. What's happened to us in the last 5 years is we have created a brand new model, period. When you get to be the new model, when you get to be the one that's the outlier, the one that's doing everything totally different, everybody's looking at you like it's just not going to work, right? So what's exciting to me, I want to give you guys a few facts you can use over the last 3 years.
Gene, I want to, before you do the facts, can I just jump in just for 1 second? I remember seeing Netflix going, that'll never work. And then Airbnb, who wants to stay at somebody's house in their bed? That'll never work. I was the guy at Uber, some weirdo drive me around. That'll never work. I'm probably the worst, most guilty of that. But now getting to be on the front end of an Amazon, on the front end of YouTube or a Google, it's the most exciting thing in the world. So I'm with you. I just want to give you, you're right.
Well, you know, here's the thing. We didn't, you know, we've never got to do any of that. I was in one of the first Ubers in San Francisco when I used to own that region. I remember getting in an Uber and the guy goes, I said, what's this? He goes, watch this. And he just gets on his phone and calls it up and it shows up. And I go, this is kind of cool. Now, here's the thing about real estate. All of those five I mentioned to you before, old-fashioned models, the same model, right? Bricks and mortar. Got to come into the office, right? Well, 2020, guys, I'm so excited because we're finally hitting 2020. 2020 is going to be our decade, guys. I mean, not just a little bit of a decade. Just imagine what we're going to do. So let me give you some stats of what's happened just the last 3 years. Oh, since Brent's been here, you know, last almost 4 years. And this is really important to look at. The last 3 years, this is exciting. I just pulled this up today for the fun of it. In December 2017, Brent, our stock EXPI, which is EXP World Holdings, $7.70. $7.70. And that day we traded 40,000 shares of stock. Okay. And we had 6,500 agents. 3 years later, what are we going to end this year at? I'm here to expend. I don't know if you guys saw our founder, Glenn, did a short little video this morning to say hi to us. And he mentioned that we're over 34,000 agents, right? At the end of August. My prediction is, with our next guest and everything else that's going on, there's no doubt in my mind we'll go over 40,000 by the end of this year. I'm thinking more like 42. So how did we go in 3 years, Brent? 3 years from 6,500 agents to 40,000. Man, dude, I mean, this is exciting. And of course, I know you guys never check the stock, do you? I know, I just check it all the time, right? What's it right now, Brent? What's the stock right now?
They have my phone. Throw me my phone.
$43.99.
All right. Let me see. Is it on your phone there?
Yeah, $43.99.
Well, right there, baby.
So you think we've gone from $7.70 to $44? Are you kidding me? You know, you and I didn't talk about this 3 years ago. We didn't. We just talked about, hey, let's do it. Let's grow. Let's get it. So what I'm excited about is, hey, you know, you and I have talked about this. When I talk about making real estate fun again, 6 months ago, I thought Zoom was what my granddaughter did on her bike. I'm just being real with you, right? In other words, I had no idea what Zoom was, right? We didn't know. Now you've got a background. We've got all kinds of stuff. You look so good. I tell people now, Brent, we bought Verbella 2 years ago. We bought our platform. And everybody poo-pooed us when we bought it 2 years ago. Like, what are they doing? Why are they spending all that money? Guess what? 6 months from now, everybody in our business will be going, I wish I had a Verbella. They'll know what Verbella is. Just like I talked about Zoom, they'll be talking about Verbella.
Nice.
It's a game changer. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a game changer. I mean, we're doing in the cloud what every other real estate company wish they could. Right. Let me give you an example.
They say they're cloud-based, but it's emails and YouTube. We actually have places we can go and meet and gather besides just this. This is a great platform, but to actually house hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of staff and employees to support EXP. It's pretty cool. Conference room.
Well, what's really kind of exciting about it is, just so you guys know, I'm getting calls, Brent, you're getting calls from other brokers. I talked to a broker the other day that's had their brokerage firm for 25 years. Good, 350 agents. And they admitted to me, they go, Gene, this COVID thing, we haven't opened up our office in 6 months. They're in a different country, by the way. Not just, this isn't even in the US. And they looked at me and they went, we got to get on the technology side. What you guys have is what we need.
Yep.
And they realized because of COVID, their agents aren't coming back in. They've been gone for 6 months. Let's face it. And every single broker.
What's the saying? They call you irrelevant until they call you for advice.
Well, and it's true. It's like, how are you guys doing this?
Yeah.
What's Verbella?
Yeah.
Is that like Zoom?
Yeah.
I go, no, we were before Zoom. I mean, this thing is, our staff is in there. They go, what? Guess what? They're signing up.
Oh, yeah. You go into the marketing department and there's employees. That's not a Zoom. You go into accounting and there's staff. You go into brokerage operations. You can talk to any broker in any state, any province of Canada, the world. They're there. They're at their desk. You can poke your head in the office, go, hey, you got a minute? And they go, sure. And you can click on this virtual seat. You're sitting in front of them. You're face to face. And if you wear glasses, your avatar has glasses. If you have a beard, your avatar can have a beard. You know, the one thing, if you're trying to get in shape like me, all avatars are in shape. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, you know, and here's the thing. And, you know, I bought in 5 years ago. I got news for you. I just went, I'm in. Do you know we have close to 5,000 agents in Texas with bricks and mortar?
Yeah.
Could you imagine, and you were with RE/MAX once, you were with KW once, right? You and I both traveled the same, right? Could you imagine if you went to Dave Liniger and said, I think I can get 34,000 agents in all 50 states with no bricks and mortar, no regional directors, no owners, no franchises. All that expense is gone. There's no international company. That's gone. He would go, how do I do it?
Exactly. We have a local brokerage here. They go, we now have 25 offices. Now we have 37 offices, and now we have 58 offices. They're bragging on their overhead. It's like, oh my gosh, because when the correction comes, it'll be like a ball and chain around the neck, and it's going to be devastating to them. I wouldn't be bragging on your overhead.
Well, we've changed the industry forever. Now, what we did, and I tell the story 5 years ago, well, 6 years ago when I met Glenn, the stock was 18 cents a share. I said, is this real? He goes, yeah. I said, so it's common shares. Yep, there's no preferred shares, common shares. We can all have shares. I said, Glenn, you've changed the industry because I know real estate agents. I've been with KW for 21 years. There's the amount of shares I had. Remax.
Yeah.
Right?
Same here.
So now I get calls like this morning. Just this morning, I had an agent. They said, well, Gene, I only have 60,000 shares. What? I said, you have 60,000 shares. Yeah, they've been with us for about 4.5 years. They go, yeah, but that's not very many. I said, do you understand it's $40 a share? You have $2.4 million worth of shares. They went, you know, they about, what? In other words, that agent who had never accumulated anything at anywhere else is now a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
That's
we have another agent in Austin, right? And he was thinking about going back, and we said, have you looked at how much stock you have? And he's like, no, not really. I don't pay attention to that, because he's just selling real estate. He's not doing what you and I do, building a company. Like, you've won through the stock awards over $1 million worth of stock. And he's like, what? And so he decided to stay with EXP because I didn't know I had all that value. That was when the stock was $10 a share. Now he has 4 million. And that was literally just over the past, wow. I have another agent. All she did was sell real estate. Now she sells 70 homes a year. She's a little maniac. Luann, I love her if she's watching. Hey, Luann. And I won't give her last name for her safety, because now she has over $1 million worth of our stock. And she's enrolled a few agents, newbies. She's like a mother hen. She loves her newer agents and she helps them, but she hasn't really gone for what we're doing. And she has over $1 million for her retirement. I asked her, Luann, if you had stayed at your old brokerage, and I won't say the name out of respect, brokerage everybody knows has 2 initials. And if you had stayed there, what would you have today? 3.5 years later, she has trophies and plaques, and a ball cap, saying she's a capper. And I go, was this worth it? She goes, Brent, I'm so glad. I just came because it was you and I trusted you. I followed you. I really wasn't interested in EXP. I kept selling real estate here like I did there, but I have $1 million in stock. She's like, you have changed my life. She's like, it's pretty cool. And we have people with 100, 300, ex-team leader, Sean, won't say his last name, been here 16 months, $350,000 worth of our stock when you pull up. Pretty cool. Anyways, go ahead.
No. I think it's worth saying. The fact is, 3 years ago, let's go back, $7.70. I was excited at $7.70. See, most people weren't. I'm going, I was here when it was 18 cents. So I have perspective in the last 5 years, and I know most of the people on this have only been with us a couple of years. As you know, it was hard saying who EXP was 3-4 years ago, right? Yeah. Every time, you know what's funny? I just had it, Brent, for the first time in about 2 years. He was a big time broker. He asked me what EXP stood for. And you know what I said? The fastest growing real estate company on earth.
That's good. That's a great. So we should put that in Wikipedia, right? Right.
Yeah. The fastest growing real estate. And he just started laughing. He goes, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter what it stands for, does it? I said, it stands for unbelievable growth.
Yeah.
Never been done. And by the way, here's what I wanted to say. When I say making real estate fun again, guys, we're just starting. This is just the start.
Yep.
We're just hitting that little tiny tipping point where we're going to go straight up. So I want everybody that's listening today to not think, oh, you missed the boat. Not at all. Glenn, tell him, Brent, tell him how many, I should tell Glenn, you look like Glenn. How many agents are we shooting for? You tell him.
Oh, I firmly believe in the next 10 years, we'll have 1 million agents worldwide because we're the only company in the world making its agents owners through the stock awards and then sharing revenues because they're owners. And so if you get revenue, you're a shareholder because you're going to get stock from that first closing. And then the more you do, the more you get. The less you do, the less you get. Compensation for contribution, the more you contribute, the more you get. Totally fair. And it's amazing, but we'll be the first company to hit 1 million. And there's 208 countries, and best estimates put the agent broker population at 25 million. So 1 million is a drop in the bucket, baby. Look out. Here comes EXP.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You got to strive for greatness, don't you? Why would you make a small goal? You got to strive for greatness. I got to laugh. I'm going to tell you this story because it was just this weekend. My son-in-law, Brian, and I went to McDonald's. I know nobody did this weekend, but I had a lot of family here for Labor Day. And I said, I'm going to go for lunch. And I made a big order. And it was close to $100 at McDonald's. It was all the dollar menu. I mean, I got so much food. And it's so funny. We go up to the guy that was at window number 1. And I said, we are just trying to set a record today. And he said, well, you've got to strive for greatness.
That's funny.
I mean, it was better than
McDonald's window. I love it.
Window number 1.
That is funny.
So guys, why not make the big goal? I don't care when we have 1 million. There's no timetable on it to me, right? There is no timetable on it to me.
You know what I believe, Gene? I believe we're going to hit 100,000 in the next 18 months. You know, maybe it takes us 2 years, 2.5 years, but I believe we'll do it in 18 months. We have so much momentum. And as we bring in mortgage and title and Verbella and home warranty and Matterport technology companies, not Matterport, and other companies like that, you know, Moving Hub and all these different things we're bringing on the different verticals, all owned by EXPI World Holdings, and your stock is not in EXP Realty, it's in EXPI World Holdings. As those companies prosper, we prosper. And when all those years at RE/MAX, when the mortgage and title prospered because they had agreements, I didn't prosper, even though I was their number 1 agent. Same thing at my old company with 2 initials. I love them all, great companies, but I don't know, I like being a part of that rising tide rises all ships in the harbor, all agents. It's pretty cool. And it's so exciting. There's so much hope. There's so much help. And I call it the love boat, man. EXP is a love boat, man. We're loving people, speaking highly of all brokerages. Again, they're wonderful companies. There's nothing wrong with them. If that's what you want, this is a different model. If this is what you want, and we'll help you do it, right? You told me you'd help me, and you kept your word. I absolutely love you for that. I bought into your vision. I bought into Glenn Sanford's vision, and it is all coming to pass. And like you said, when we hit 100, I was going to say, our stock is at 43, almost $44 a share with 34,000 of us. Wait till we have 100. I believe the 43 and some change stock we have right now is going to look like a fire sale in the future. I know we're not supposed to do future projections, so I'll make the SEC happen and say past performance is no guarantee of future performance, and do your homework. And I'm not telling you when to buy XP stock, but go ahead and win some awards. Let them give it to you for helping their company go. You don't have to buy it. And I just wow, it's going to be a big deal.
Well, it's a difference maker, right? We talk about the stock a lot because I always tell people during this pandemic, during COVID, we know that everybody ate chips and stuff. I mean, it was like chip heaven, right? And I said, if you owned Coca-Cola stock during the last 6 months, how much Pepsi did you buy?
None.
Zero.
You'd be buying
Right?
Coca-Cola.
You bought Coca-Cola products. And a lot of people go, well, no, not really. I said, yes, you would, because you own it. We own EXPI together. It's the biggest difference maker. I told Glenn from the beginning, this is real. And by the way, Glenn invented that in 2013. A lot of people think he had it from the beginning. He didn't. He told me that he was thinking bigger. He says, Gene, I got to think bigger. He did a reverse merger on a corporation in Canada. And 2013 is when we had EXPI started, EXP World Holdings. And I told him, I said, that is the big thing for me because I want agents to stay. I want to create wealth for agents. And all of them, as you know, won't attract agents. They won't get on the revenue share side, but that's okay. The ones that do, we have 3 buckets of income, right? Sales. We're going to help you sell all kinds of homes. Stock, more income, and revenue share. Pick a couple of them and just focus. And by the way, don't you think it's funny that a couple of years ago, I was rereading a transcript from somebody said that we don't sell real estate. Isn't that the funniest thing? Remember when that was it? Oh, all they do is grow really big. And I'm going, oh, have they seen real trends? Have they seen Stephen Murray's real trends or Stefan Swanepoel's report? I mean, we are selling real estate like crazy, even more than we're growing.
I did some calculations on my organization. And for my calculations, this year by the end of the year, we will close escrow on over 40,000 homes throughout the United States. Just not EXP, just my little thing, my little nothing thing that you helped me build. Over 40,000 closings. I mean, it's unbelievable the power of this. So I agree.
Now, let me ask you, how many leases did you sign?
None. Well, I have a 1-year lease here in Regis. This is my office. So I do have a one, and I signed that lease at $950 a month. A lot of overhead there, right?
Yeah, no copiers, no furniture, no, because you're in Regis.
Well, they provide everything for me.
Right. So here's the thing. We've changed the way brokerages are run. You can't have this explosive growth with top agents without creating something totally different. That's what we've done.
Absolutely.
We've done it together.
Thank you for being on today. Any final, we got like 1 minute left, 1.5 minutes left. Any final word of wisdom, if someone's out there and they want to jump in and go, that's it, I'm joining EXP or I'm in EXP and I need to launch, what word of advice, what's the one thing that you think they could do? Maybe that would really help them grow this year.
Here's my thing. I had a new agent just yesterday ask me, well, I'm just new. I don't know if I could attract anybody. I said, look, your enthusiasm for the business, just be you. You'd be surprised how many new agents attract people just from their excitement in the business. And here's the thing I will tell you. 5 years ago, I was at a convention of ours, and we had 38 people in the room 5 years ago and 3 months ago. And they asked me, and I told everybody, take a look around. Here's what I'm going to tell everybody right now on this call. Look at your environment. Look who's sitting next to you. Look at whatever. Get a feeling for this, because guys, I told them 5 years ago, we'll never be this small again, ever. Guess what? This is the beginning for EXP. So guess what, guys? Take a look around. We'll never be at 34,000 agents again. Get ready for it.
Gene, I remember being a guest. I was a Keller Williams agent, ex-team leader. I was in San Antonio at the Westin, and you guys had a toast in your suite, and there were like 50 of us jammed in there with champagne glasses. I think we had sparkling wine or something, and we all poured some little toast, and your whole business fit in your little suite. And today, you have 27, 28, I don't know how many, you have tens of thousands of agents. But I was there for that vision that you said, we'll never be this small again. You were right. And I believe you today. So exciting. Thank you for being on today. And you are the legend. You are everything that our special announcer gave you, right? How'd you like that intro? Wasn't that great? The legend. The Godfather, I don't know what he said, but the Papa, whatever, Big Papa. He called you Big Papa. That guy, he did you right, and you're everything he said. We're so grateful to have you at EXP as one of the many of our greatest leaders. I believe you're one of the greatest the country we've ever seen. I'm grateful. Have a great day. Enjoy the lake house there. And
thank you, guys.
Tell Susan I said,
okay.
Here she says hi.